Hey, good to see you. So today I thought I'd plant up some tulip bulbs that I found at Home Depot. So here they are, tulip bulbs. These are an Apricot Parrot tulip. What makes the parrot tulip distinctive is this little frilly edge. I don't know if you can tell there. These were 20 for $10, which is quite good. And I bought 4 packages, so I have 80 of them, which, you know, to some people might not seem like a lot, but to me it's quite a bit. So I'm really excited about these. Interesting fact about tulips that you might know, they're edible. They are part of the allium family, so the onion family. So they taste a little bit of onions. And during the war, the end of the war in the Netherlands, because they weren't planting tulips, they had all these extra bulbs, and so the government started to put out recipes and sell these excess bulbs because there was a food shortage. So there are recipes out there for flour, grinding these down to flour, or roasting them, or like in different kinds of recipes, which is kind of interesting. Now, mind you, the center of it is poisonous, so if you're going to do this, make sure you do proper research to find out, you know, which part of the tulip and the flower is edible. But anyways, I'm going to plant these in my garden. So let me turn around the camera and I'll show you where I'm going to plant them. So I have to say, this is a sad state of affairs. You can see that I have some problematic things here. So right here is a bee balm that was so full and lovely, and a hydrangea, and you can see it's kind of spindly looking because I got hit by that last hailstorm and it just decimated everything. At times I've been home and being able to cover my plants because I have a small garden, so I'm able to cover things. But yeah, totally trashed them. They're gone. In addition, it kind of wrecked my cabbages, my ornamental kale that I grew from seed. Now this ornamental kale has a few problems. I was spraying it for caterpillars, but I also got that white moth, which began to lay eggs, and now I have holes all over my cabbages. So that's a little bit disappointing. You can put netting over it, but then I thought, what's the point of having them if I'm going to just cover them with netting? So that's what happens when you don't cover them. So anyways, I'm going to cut back, I think, this bee balm because I don't think it's going to recover. It looks rather sad. And I've already cut back a peony here, if you can see the peony ring, because it was like really trashed up too. So I'm going to see if I'm going to plant just in and out and see if 80 is too much. 80 may be too many. But yeah, and on this side I have a cranberry, and I have some fuchsia, rocking salvia fuchsia, and I have some fuchsias that were salvia that were cut back right here, if you can see that. Let me show you what path I dig. I've got my shovel. Let me show you. So supplies, my shovel, and my hand shovel. I'm going to try to do it with a shovel, dig a trench, and I'll be easier on my hands. So let's go. bulb dust. I've got about 20 tulips in this area, kind of like in a little bit of a swoop. And I added that fungicide, that powder that I showed you. So tulips are really prone to different kind of funguses. Usually what you check for is no really dings or molds or stuff like that already on the tulips. Try to get a clean bulb, like without any damage. And these ones from Home Depot actually were really good. I was really surprised. Oftentimes bulk packages don't do too well. So you can see here I've got a group of 28 here. I put some fungicide in the hole, and then I powdered the bulbs in it, if that makes sense. I put it in a bowl, I sprinkled powder over them. And then I dug them about 3 to 4 times the depth of the bulb, so how big the bulb is. So if it's that big, then 3 to 4 times that, so about 4 to 6 inches. And now I'm going to dig them in. I'm going to do the other side too. So let's see how many I fit on the other side as well. So I got a few more bulbs in this area. How many is left? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. And I tossed one. So what does that mean? I got 28 in there again. Anyways, they're not like, it's not mirroring. It's not the same pattern as I got in here. But I still think it will look good. Another reason why I particularly are using a fungicide is because I've had trouble with my bulbs before. I think maybe I put them in a fairly wet area in my garden, or I got affected bulbs, and it can affect your soil for about 3 to 5 years. So that means you wouldn't want to plant any bulb in that area from 3 to 5 years. So that's kind of, you know, that's not fun, and especially with myself. Like, I have a small garden and every inch counts. So yeah, I recommend a fungicide, and then also, you know, try to do it in an area that is not really gets a lot of wet. If you know it's like the last area in your garden to dry, probably not a great area to put it, and in a sunny area is always good for bulbs. So what I've got here, let me show you too as well, is that actually I dug up some allium bulbs alongside, but I think the purple, let's see, the peach color in here and the peaches and oranges and pinks in there will look really good with the allium bulbs that I have. So they're like bright purple, and man, I think these will look really great. I do have some grape hyanthus too. Let me show you. There they are. I find they get a leaf in the fall. They don't bloom in the fall again, only in the spring. But I have some blue grape hyanthus here, and then, oh, another spot over here. don't know if you can see that. Kind of down under. Huh. Somewhere in there. I was looking for some more spring interest in this bed, so I think I'll gain it with these lovely tulips. Don't know if I said that the reason why I put the fungicide is the fungal infections that can infect the tulip bulb affect bloom. So sometimes they don't bloom, sometimes the blooms are deformed. So what I'm going to do to finish this off, I'll just water it in, and I don't have to do anything else until next season. And I'm really looking forward to it. So hopefully this inspires you to go out and get yourself some tulip bulbs. And I'm excited. I love tulips. So, till the next time, see ya!